Okay, let's try this again. Alright, it's saying I can't rotate while live. Hold on a second. I don't know what's going on. Let me turn it around this way then. We may have to do portrait today. Alright, well that fixed that problem for now. Okay, let's just continue. Like I said, I'm creating cards with Debbie, and my name is Debbie Foster. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm located in Bismarck, Arkansas. So let me go ahead and turn you around here to my table and make sure that's going to be okay today. And we'll get on with the rest of our business. See what that looks like. And nope, that's gonna go portrait too. I don't like this today. Well, some days are just like this, I guess, or it's problems. And I'm not getting a full view here, so let's do our orientation different here. I'm not going to let it get the best of me today, but let's just get this in the right position so everybody's able to see. Move it over a little bit more, and we're crooked. I guess that'll work right there. Let me get some tape and tape us into position so we don't move. And I'll know where to do my cards at. Just put a little tape right there. And a little up in this corner. Alright. I guess we'll work with what we got today. So, like I said, I want to welcome you to Creating Cards with Debbie. And if you shop any items with me today in my store, you can shop at www.debbiefoster.stampinup.net. And that's also in the description of the video if you don't catch it while I'm saying it. But if your order is under $150, use the July 2023 host code, which is JYPPHDHH. And if you need to email me with any questions, you can reach me at creatingwithdebbie179@gmail.com, or you can private message me on Facebook, whichever is best for you. All right, and we've got exciting news today. For 24 hours, which started at midnight last night, and goes until 11:59 p.m. tonight. You can shop, well, I better rephrase that. That's Mountain Time. It's not Central Time. So anyway, it's 24-hour stamp sale, July 19th, and you'll get 15% off stamps from the 2023 to 2024 annual catalog. That excludes the host stamps. So that's a real bargain. I've already put my order in, so I hope you'll do the same. And as always, I want to invite you to join my team, which is you can get your starter kit for $99, and that's free shipping and handling. But you can pick out $125 worth of products of your choice. So there's a link in my description of the video also to click onto that and get more information and to be able to sign up. I'd love to have you on my team. We have lots of fun. And plus you'll get, in future orders, you'll get a discount on all your products, so that's even better. All right, so Paper Pumpkin's going on. You have until August 10th to sign up for this one. It's called Meaningful Flowers. And if you, you'll also get a free stamp set with this month's kit when you sign up. So it's called Meaningful Flowers. Paper Pumpkin Kit. It says, the August Paper Pumpkin Kit is full of flowers that carry a sweet meaning. The blue forget-me-nots represent loyalty and remind you of your favorite memories with those you care for. The lotus blossom represents overcoming challenges and encouraging those around you. With this kit, you can create special paper crafts that are personalized for your loved ones in both design and significance. And this month's kit includes 8 cards, 4 each of 2 designs, 8 coordinating envelopes, 1 pretty peacock Stampin' spot, 1 photopolymer stamp set, pre-cut paper pieces of watercolor designs, and enough adhesive to complete the project. And like I said, to sign up for Paper Pumpkin, it's in the description of the video also. We've got lots of things going on right now at Stampin'. You can earn to redeem from July 6th to July 31st. Shop with me and earn a $5 coupon for every $50 you spend. Then redeem your coupons in August. And bonus days, let me give you an explanation of what that is. Number 1, you shop and earn a $5 coupon for every $50 you spend between July 6th and July 31st. There's no limit to how many coupons you can earn. Make sure to use a valid email address when completing your purchase. Number 2, save. After placing your order, the coupon code or codes will be emailed to you. Save those emails, write down or save the codes, or even take a picture of the codes so you don't miss out on any savings. And then number 3, you can redeem your coupons between August 1st and August 31st. Use as many coupon codes as you want during checkout. Tip, remember to separate each code by a space and make sure to use them all before the month is over. So that's really exciting news going on. And I'm just looking over my notes to see if there's anything else I want to say on that. If you have any questions, be sure you reach out to me with anything that you may be wondering about or whatever. So we still got our online exclusives going on, and we've just added some more products just this month. And as you can see, there's a truck punch, and that's been on back order right now. It'll be back with us on, what was the date on that? I think it was, oh goodness, I don't know where I put it. I think it was October, I don't know. I'll give you the date later when I find it in my basket. I put it in my basket and I can't find it. But there's lots of items that you can go with the online exclusives. And to find those, you just go into my store at www.debbiefoster.stampinup.net. And you'll find on the left-hand column, it'll show online exclusives. So just click on that and you'll see all the things that are the online exclusives that aren't in the book. So I think that's all the news I got to cover. Let me clean up my area here a little bit to make a little bit of room. And we'll just let them over there for now. Alright, I hate that this is crooked, but I'm going to go with it today. Today we're going to be making cards, and they're all going to be showcasing the Trucking Along stamp set. And, okay, I just found the date on that at the punch. You can get this as a bundle, but right now you can't because the punch is sold out. And that's going to come back the week of October 16th. but it cuts out the truck. And as you can see, it's all straight lines, so it's not that hard to fussy cut it. So we're going to fussy cut that today. I'm not going to use my punch because I don't want to use anything that you can't purchase right now. So like I said, we're going to be using the Trucking Along stamp set. We're going to use that on all 3 of our cards today. So something a little bit different. I'm just kind of keeping with the same theme. All right, and I'm going to bring over this basket first. All my goodies. And make a little bit of room. And let me fix my lighting a little bit here. Got some shadows going on, it looks like. Let's see if I can't remedy those. I don't know. Still not real good. I think because I have shadows from outside maybe, but I apologize for those. So here's the card that we're going to be doing, and it says, sending you sunny thoughts. And on the inside, I stamped, you make me smile, and that comes from the Timeless Arrangements stamp set. So let's go ahead and get started with that. We're going to do a little bit of watercoloring, and we're going to be using a mask. We're using the 4 score decorative masks, and we're going to be using just one of those, which you get 4 designs in here, but I don't know if they show up that well. So this is the one that we're going to be using. I don't know if it's showing on camera. And we're using the water brushes. Now let me get all of our things out here that we're going to be starting out with. We got our card base is our thick basic white, and that's 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches. And then I've scored it in the middle at 5 1/2 inches. So we're going to burnish that edge. And we'll just set our card aside for a moment. And then we've got boho blue. We've got 2 of those. But let me get my instructions out here so I know what I'm talking about. My measurements. Alright, so make sure I got the right card directions. We've got the boho blue. We got one at 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then we have another one that's 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. And that's the one that we're going to be using the mask on. So I'm going to grab me some scrap paper to lay underneath my surface here. And we're going to do some getting messy. We're going to lay our mat over our cardstock. And I'm going to grab my blending brush. I'm using the larger blending brush today. I usually use the small ones, but I'm using the larger one today. And then we want our boho blue ink pad. And we're going to start blending our boho blue on the top of the boho blue paper. And you wouldn't think it would show up very much, but it does. And I'm just going to do the whole sheet, that layer. And I'm kind of stamping off a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit in my paper. I should have taped it down, but it's moving. So I'm going to reposition that back where it's supposed to be. All right, and whoops, keeps moving. And when you come on, be sure that you like and comment on the video, and be sure that you share it with your friends and family. That helps me get more viewers, and Facebook likes that really well. And if you're watching it on YouTube, be sure you hit that subscribe button and then click that little bell to be sure that you're notified when I load new videos up. And I was hoping I'd be able to see my comments better on my iPad, but they're not showing up. So, whoops. I just dropped it on the table. Hold on a second here. I think I just lost my video. There we are. So I'm going to turn this around so we can see our comments, and I apologize for my arm reaching across there. All right. Okay, now I got comments coming in. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Sharon. Glad you're here. I apologize for the orientation of my video because my camera is not letting me go to landscape instead of horizontal or portrait. So we're just going to deal with it. Let me know if you can see everything okay. Yeah, it looks like I need to... give me a second here. I'm going to tilt just a tiny bit. I don't need to see myself sitting. And, well, I'm glad you guys are talking amongst yourselves too. That's good. All right, we're going to... So this is what our layer is going to look like after we... I thought I did the wrong one. After we use the masking and the blending with our blending brush. All right, so let's go ahead and start gluing down our layers here, and then we'll get on to our next step. So we're going to take our larger boho blue, and we're going to attach that to our card base. I'm getting a lot of glare where I can't see. And a lot of shadows around there. Maybe if I move my light back a little bit, it'll help. I don't know. I guess that's going to have to do. And let's move the camera a little bit. All right, so here's our first layer that we're putting down our boho blue onto our card base. And I'm going to set that aside because we're going to add some ribbon before we attach this down. And I've cut... Our ribbon is the boho blue, and it's the textured ribbon. Very pretty. And I've already cut the ribbon. I'm just going to lay it down on the one side. I didn't measure that. Let me see what that is. That is 7.5 inches or so. 7 1/4, 7 1/2. Just long enough to go across our side. So I'm going to bring in my Stampin' seal to attach that. And put a couple strips. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. I need to go this way. See, I'm all flustered from things not working like they're supposed to. Alright, we're going to attach that to the side and attach it in the back. And it's fairly straight. So I'm going to come in here and add our glue. And we're going to add that to the front of our card. Hope everybody's good today. It's supposed to be a hot one today here in Arkansas. But I think it is pretty well everywhere, I think, not just us. Oops, my layer just moved on me a little bit. So we're going to press that down, make sure it attaches really good. And think I'm kind of crooked. Can I remedy that? Yeah. And bring it over here so I can see better. Yeah. Could be my bottom layer is crooked too, so we're just going to go with crooked today. Alright, so we're going to set that aside. We got that glued down, and now we're going to bring I have already cut out the watercolor paper with our tags, and I use the tailor-made tags, and I use this size one right here. It's the second to the largest. Let me put that back in there so I don't lose it. And I'm going to bring out my scrap paper again because we're going to be doing some watercoloring. And our boho blue stamp pad. And I'm going to bring out a acrylic block here. And these are our water painters. And I'm going to use the largest one. There's 3 different sizes in there. But I'm going to use the largest one. It has like a wide brush on it. And I'm going to bring my... I thought I had... What did I do with that? Oh. I'm going to use an old rag. And I'm going to use my... Just dip my block into my ink. And then we close that up again so we don't have any accidents. And then I'm going to get my water coming down because we want to... I'm going to put my little mat over here so I don't get water all over the place here. And we're just going to add some water to our tag, our watercolor tag, watercolor paper tag. And then we're going to add our ink. Alright, and just get it as dark as you want it to be. And I should have brought my heat gun over here, so I might go grab that to help dry this. Save a little time. Alright, and then to clean our brushes, we just squeeze the water out and on an old, not good rag or paper towel. You clean your brushes out. Alright, and I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to just wipe off our acrylic block. Cleaning hose here. Alright, I'm going to go grab my heat gun so I can dry that faster. So I'll be right back. Hold on. Alright, I'm back here. So let's plug this in. And a little tip about your heat gun, don't leave them plugged in when you're not there, because if you have a cat or something, they can accidentally turn the heat gun on and it can cause a fire. So just close this while we dry that. I'm just going to turn my paper over to have it straighten back out again. And I think that's dry. That feels like it is, so let's turn that back off. And we'll set that all out of the way, hopefully. And I need to wipe all that off of my silicone mat. And here's our tag. So we're going to start working on stamping our truck, and we're going to bring out some scrap paper here. And I've already got our blocks already out here. Okay, so let's get our stamping done. We've got our outline of our truck, and we're just going to use our Memento black ink. And let's turn that over the right way. And we'll just stamp him onto our scrap of paper, basic white paper. And I'm going to do all of our stamping here. So let's, we're going to do the palm tree with the surfboard, and I guess that's a beach ball. And this is the outline one. All right, I think we're done with the black for now. And then we're going to grab the outline for the truck, the fill-in color for the truck. And that's going to be done with our Mossy Meadow. Or no, Boho Blue. We're going to do the Mossy Meadow for the tree, palm tree. So let's do the color of our truck and make sure that's inked up good. And I'm probably going to get my head in the camera trying to get this lined up. So we're just lining up the truck. Alright. Now this is a little dark at first, but once it dries it's going to get lighter, so don't worry about how dark it looks right now. And we'll come back in with our Mossy Meadow. I hope everybody can see this okay. Can you see the picture okay? I sure hate technical problems. Alright, now we've got the Mossy Meadow, and we're inking up our little palm tree. And I'm going to stamp that. It won't stamp the surfboard. We have to use our Stampin' blends on that. But it does the tree. I am loving this set. It's got so many possibilities. It's good for every day, and it's good for, it's got Christmas sentiments on there and everything. So it's really versatile. Alright, so we're going to bring in our stamping blends. Let me put my cap on my glue here so it doesn't dry it out. There we go. We're going to do, alright, I've kind of got these mixed up a little bit. Let me find my colors that I want. Okay, I want the light basic black. I'm going to do the tires, and then I'm going to do the hubcaps, the rims, with the dark smoky slate. So let's go ahead and do those, and then we'll do the palm tree after that. Oh, I didn't notice that. It's breaking on me. My case for my basic black. I don't know. I may need to call Stampin' Up, maybe get a replacement. One thing about Stampin' Up, they stand behind their products really well. So if you have any problems or things like that, just contact them, and they're usually good at sending you replacements. Alright. And we'll put a little bit of black on the steering wheel. I think that's all the black I need. And then we'll come back with our dark smoky slate. And we're going to do the hubcaps. And I was going to color the whole thing in instead of doing it separate. You could do the outside of it one color and then the middle another color, but I'm just going to do all the same color. And same with the bumpers. And that's all I need to do on the truck. No, I think I'm going to add a little bit of I want it to look kind of rusted, so I'm going to use the light copper clay, and we're going to give it a little bit of rust, because it is an old truck, you know. I'm going to follow these white lines a little bit, and then I'm going to add a little bit to maybe the fenders or something that started rusting. And some across the top. Alright, I think that's good. And that was the light copper clay. That's one of our new colors. Okay, so let's finish off our tree and our surfboard and our beach ball. For the beach ball, I'm going to use the light real red. And I'll color the center and every other triangle in there. And I'm going to do the surfboard. I'm going to use the lemon lolly. And grab the wrong ones here. Lemon lolly is right here. So I'm going to start with the dark lemon lolly, and I'm going to do that in the shaded area, kind of right here. And on the light lemon lolly, we'll do the other side of the surfboard. Did I call it a skateboard? I meant to call it a surfboard. Okay, Sharon, good. I hate these technical problems. I never know when it's going to be good and when it's not going to be. Alright, I'm going to color the window in with some light lemon lolly, make it look like it's sunshine. And a dark pecan pie to do the trunk of the tree. Alright, so that blends us out. I think we're done with those. And like I said, that after October 16th, you should be able to order the truck punch again. But we're just going to fussy cut it. It's not that difficult. Let me get these separated. And let's do some fussy cutting. And alright, probably heard my daughter pulling in the driveway. She's just getting home from work. She had an early day. She's probably wondering why I ain't waving back at her. I know when she comes in, she usually waves at me, so probably wondering why I didn't wave. Alright. It's okay. See, it's not so hard to cut out. Just, it's all straight lines. We're going to do the same with our, I wish I left a little space there, but that's okay. I'm talking to myself here. I meant to leave a bigger area at the bottom of the tree here to be able to glue it, but I think I left enough, so it might be okay. Hopefully, we'll make it work. Usually with stamping, there's no real big mistakes. You usually can fix them, so I'm going to go with that. And we're just fussy cutting around our tree. Alright, and I want to angle that just a little bit. There. Let me clean up my mess. Alright, and we're going to bring our tag back over here because we're going to glue these little guys down. And yeah, I left enough room there to glue that with, so we're okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue at the bottom of our tree and our beach ball and surfboard. And then I'm going to attach those. And I'm going to kind of have my tree hanging over the side and just kind of butt it up against the window. And use our silicone mat there so we don't get glue all over. So I'm hoping that the camera picks that up where you can see it well enough. Alright, so that's going to go down on top of our tag. So we're just going to glue it directly down. I am going to put dimensionals behind the tag, and I got enough glue there, my gosh. Don't know what I thought I was gluing. Alright, and then we're going to place that at kind of an angle on top of our tag. I can't figure out why my lighting is so bad. It must be the daylight or something today. Alright, so we're going to grab our dimensionals and we're going to place those on the back of our watercolor tag. And I'm going to make sure I put enough on there. I don't want it sinking in the middle or sagging. So I'm going to put 6 on there. I'm going to put 2 at each end and then 2 in the middle. And bring our card back over here. Move our silicone mat. And we're going to take your pick tool to get rid of those dimensional backings. And then we're going to place that down on the front of our card, kind of at an angle. And I think I want to place it a little bit more over here. There we go. And I've already tied a bow using our same ribbon. So I want to maybe fix this. It's kind of twisted. Gotta untwist my bow. It got messed up in the package here. To reshape it a little bit. And then we're going to use our glue dots. Take your pick tool. Oh, Cookie's riled up about something here. And I've ran out of my regular mini glue dots, so I had to order some new ones today. So don't forget to get your order put in today for the 15% off on all stamp sets that are in the catalog. It's a good time to get them if there's something that you're wanting. Save that 15%. A little bit helps. And there's our kind of poofy bow. Alright, so we're going to set that aside. We're going to work on our sentiment. And let me get all these out of here. Make a noise crinkling. So I've got our boho blue, and I've got the measurements here. That measures, well, yeah. No, it doesn't. I didn't write down the dimensions on this. So our boho blue is 1/2 inch by 3 1/4 inches. And then the white, basic white that we're going to be stamping our sentiment on is 3/8 inches by 2 7/8 inches, give or take. So we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment on there first off. And we're just trying to see which way is the right side up or whatever. So I'm going to stamp our sentiment, which says, "Sending you sunny thoughts." And we're using the basic, or the Memento Black. And I want to bring my silicone mat over here. We need to use either the silicone mat or the Stampin' piercing mat, because we're using photopolymer stamp set, so it needs a little bit of cushion under it. So I should have had that a little bit longer, I think. And we're going to make it work. So I think I'm going to do this one a little bit different. My other one, I had it flagged at the ends, but I don't have enough room at this one, but I think I'm going to like this one better. We're just going to glue it directly onto our boho blue and see what happens. And some fuzz in there off of something. And just attach that to our boho blue. And I might flag the ends of that just a little bit. I guess that looks okay. And we'll flag the end of this one also. I did have the punch I was going to use, but I'm just going to do it this way. Alright, and then we're going to place dimensionals underneath that also. And is that too big? No, that works. I'm going to place 3 dimensionals underneath that. Take your pick tool to pop those backings off, the dimensionals. Works much better than my fingernails. And then we're going to place that along the bottom edge. And I do have my paper crooked, but that's okay. Alright, so there's the front of our card, but let's add some bling. Gotta have bling. So I'm going to use our pastel adhesive back sequins, and these come in 2 different sizes that you get in the package. So it's 2 sheets, 2 sizes. And I'm going to go with the blue. My husband's phone's going off. This ringtone scares me every time it goes off. Alright, there's 2, and I think I'm going to put the 3rd one on the side right here. Okay, so here's the front side of our card. Let me move some things out of the way. Sending you sunny thoughts. And then on the inside, we're going to stamp You Make Me Smile. And that comes from the Timeless Arrangements. It's right here. And bring our ink pad back over here. And we'll ink that up really good. And we're going to stamp that right in the center of our inside of our card. Alright. Put the color back on our ink pads. We don't have any accidents. Alright, so here's our first card. Sending You Sunny Thoughts with a little truck on it. And You Make Me Smile on the inside. And if you wanted to, you could decorate the inside a little bit more. I kind of left it as is, so sometimes less is better. Alright, I'm going to move our things out of the way here. We'll get on to our next card. And alright, so our next one is this one right here. It's Special Delivery. And then the inside says Happy Birthday. But this is going to have, what do you call that, telescoping? We're going to cut out the center of that Designer Series paper, and then we're going to raise it up on dimensionals and put it back down. So that's our next card that we're doing. Yeah, all the bits and pieces out of here. And we're still using the same stamp set. They're trucking along. But on the inside, for this inside sentiment, we're using Go To Greetings, which is the Happy Birthday, the large one there. So, and what did I do with the dies? We're using the Stylish Shapes dies. And we're using this size circle. It would be the smaller circle, one of the smaller ones. I think it's like the number 3 from the largest. Alright, we're going to use that on the next card. And we're going to get our Happy Birthday stamp. And we'll get started here. Get our instructions. Okay, Special Delivery. And the card base is going to be our Wild Wheat. And that measures 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches, and it's scored in the middle at 5 1/2 inches. So we're just going to burnish that edge of that to get a good crisp edge. And it's going to be going this way instead of, what's that, the hot dog way? We're doing the hamburger way. Alright, and then we have our basic black, which measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then our Designer Series paper comes from the Fresh as a Daisy. And it doesn't show on here, but it's the paper has clouds on the back side of it. I think this is the first sheet. It has like a bunch of different ones, and you cut them apart. So we're using that one that has the clouds on it. So I want to take that, and that measures 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. And we're going to cut out the center for our telescoping area. So I'm going to use my washi tape to hold that in place. And then I'm going to use my big gloss, but I didn't want to bring it over here, so I got it sitting off the side here. So I'm just going to die cut that really quick. I'll run that through. It's a little bit wide. It wouldn't fit through my baby gloss, so we had to use the big gloss. So here's what it looks like after it's die cut. And then I'm going to stamp some trees on there. So we're going to do that in our stamps over here. So I'm using the outline of the tree, and we're going to use our basic black. Hi Becky, how are you doing? Glad to see you here. If you missed any of it, you can rewind it or watch it later and rewind. And I had one of those days where I had technical problems, so that's why the orientation's messed up today. But we're just going to go with it. We're not going to stress over it. And I'm going to stamp 3 of our trees along this edge, kind of alternating them. And then I'm going to put another one down in this corner too. Why not? Kind of fill in that area a little bit. Alright, so we got that one. We can close up our black ink. Yeah. We'll work on our trees first, and then we'll come back and finish where we need to be. So I'm going to use our Mossy Meadow stamp pad, and we're going to stamp the inside of our trees. And we'll line those up. I'm glad my head's not in the camera. I don't think, is it? No, I don't think so. Hope not. Don't need to show my gray hair. And there we got our trees done. And I'm going to leave that open because I'm going to be using it for the truck again. So I'm going to take our little circle, and I'm going to make sure it's lined up straight so I can see where to stamp that. And we're going to stamp Special Delivery, and that's going to be done in our black Memento ink. And I want to make sure that's covering good, yeah. We're just going to stamp that up in the upper portion of our cutout circle. Special Delivery. And then we're going to set those aside for now, and we're going to bring out our scrap paper here, and we're going to stamp our truck, which I got to bring that back here. And let's bring our other one over here, because I'm going to have to use my Simply Chamois to clean the ink off of that from before. And we're just going to stamp the outline of our truck with basic black. Or I should say it's Memento black, not basic. We retired that one, I think. Alright, and then we'll put the cover on that Memento black, and we're going to use our Simply Chamois. We're going to clean off our truck. Alright. And I'm going to slap that dry a little bit. Just slap it on your hand to dry the ink, the water off of it. And I'm going to use our Mossy Meadow green, and I'm going to stamp our truck. So, get all lined up again. Alright, that looks good. And also, we needed to do our flowers. I need to bring that black memento out again. And, whoops, got a little bit too much ink on that one. It's gobbing on me. Alright. Now we can put the lid back on that black ink. And I thought I had a stamp that filled those in. I guess it doesn't. Okay. I guess I used my Stampin' blends to color those in. Alright, we're going to close up that Mossy Meadow pad. And put our inky stamps away so we don't touch them. But I've already colored the flowers and already cut those out, so that's going to save a little time. So, but we do need to just fussy cut our truck out. So where'd my scissors go here? Right here. Oh, I gotta finish coloring him first. I'm jumping the gun here. Let's bring our blends back over here. And we want the light basic black again and the dark smoky slate. And I think I'm going to go with the boho blue light to color the inside of the windows. So let's go with the dark smoky slate. And we'll do the tires. And the bumpers, the fenders I should say. And our light basic black to do the tires. And the steering wheel. Oops, had to color my fingers there. And we're going to take the light boho blue to color in the windows. And now we can fussy cut the truck out. And like I said, the punch is supposed to be back in the week of October 16th, but maybe it'll be back earlier. We can hope for the best. But even without the punch, the stamp set with the truck and all that's easy enough to just fussy cut it out, so it doesn't take much. So we still can enjoy the stamp set anyway. Until then, and the trucking along stamp set and all that's available on my online exclusives in my store. So if you're wondering where to find it at, and if you have any questions, be sure to reach out to me. I'd be glad to help you. All right, so we're going to take our flowers and bring our glue back over here. And we're going to attach those to the bed of our truck. And like I did with the tree, I kind of have them hanging over the back of the truck cab. Gosh, I'm getting a frog. start assembling our card, and put our glue on the black mat, attach that to our card front, and try to get this one straighter than what I did the last time, the last card. That is kind of my trademark though, having things crooked. Alright, that looks fairly straight, I hope. Alright, and then we'll attach our designer series paper onto our black mat. And make sure it's opening the right direction. Don't want it upside down. Alright, and then place that onto our black mat, and I think that looks straight. And like you've probably seen, I did put glue around the circle on the back side there to make sure it stays. But with this one, we're going to put dimensionals on the back of it. So let's bring those out again. And like this one too, I don't want it sinking, so I'm not going to square the dimensionals. I'm going to use quite a few. Just to be on the safe side. And we'll take your pick tool. Got away from me again. Bring our card back over here. Move my silicone mat. Gosh, I got a frog. And we're going to set that down inside of our circle there again. It's going to be elevated a little bit. And then we're going to bring our truck over here. Put some glue on the back of that. And we're going to attach that to our circle. Alright, and then I also did a double bow using our twine. It's the Baker's Twine Essential Pack. And you get 5 rolls of different colors in there, so we're going to attach that right below our flowers with a little mini glue dot, and it's sticking to my fingers. I guess I got glue in my fingers. And right in the center of those flowers. Alright, just like that. And I think I'm going to trim my tails just a little bit. Oops. Alright. And I didn't add any more bling or anything to this. I kind of left it as is, so kind of plain. And I'm going to bring over our basic white for our inside, and that's 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And we're going to stamp our Happy Birthday, which came from the Go-To Greetings. Where did I put that? Right here. Go-To Greetings stamp set. And we're going to ink that up really good. And stamp it right in the center, sort of, just maybe a little bit above center. Happy Birthday. And we'll attach that to the inside of our card. And I'm having having problems with getting things straight today. My hands don't want to cooperate. Alright, got that in there fairly straight. Okay, so it says special delivery and then happy birthday on the inside. Alright, so that's our second card. And I'm hoping I'm doing okay with time here. So here's our third card. We have another special delivery. And on the inside it says something great to celebrate you. Happy birthday to you. But I think I'm going to leave the happy birthday to you off of this. I'm just going to go with the something great to celebrate you, which special delivery. So let me know what you think. If you want both in there or just the one. Leave off the happy birthday. Alright, so I'm going to kind of go over this kind of fast. Our card base is our pecan pie, and that's 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches. And I did all my cards that same orientation. So, and then the inside is our very vanilla, and that's 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And a little strip of our designer series paper, which is 1/8 of an inch by 5 1/4 inches. So we're going to start with the outside of our card. And I've got our designer series paper came from our Let's Go Fishing 12 by 12 designer series paper. And it's got different patterns, but I'm not going to take the time to show you today. I'm sure everybody knows what it looks like maybe, because I've used it before. Goodness, I've got that frog and it won't go away. So anyway, this measures 2 inches by 4 1/4 inches, and that's going to go along our edge. And then I've got very vanilla that I've embossed using the embossed brick 3D embossing folder. I don't know if the camera's picking it up very well. And our very vanilla measures 3 1/2 inches by 4 1/2 inches, and that's already been embossed. So I'm going to go ahead and start laying these layers down. Okay. I don't want to keep you all too long today. And this is going to go onto our left side, leaving a border on the top and the side about the same width. And then we're going to take our emboss layer, and that's going to glue off to the side here and leaving that same width at the bottom and the side. So it looks like that. And then I've already die cut using the Stylish Shapes. I used, no, I did have them here. Where did I put them? Oh goodness, I did have them. I'll lay them back in there. These two sizes, I for the Mossy Meadow, I die cut that size, and then the Very Vanilla, I use that size. So I already die cut those ahead of time. And put them over here so I don't lose them. And we're going to stamp onto our Very Vanilla cardstock. And we're using that special delivery again. And our Memento Black ink. I want to make sure I've got that inked up good. So I don't have an extra one cut out here. So, and at the upper portion of it, we're going to stamp special delivery. And we're going to stamp another one of our trucks onto the vanilla cardstock. And I should have had the mat underneath there, but I didn't. And then we got little presents that we're going to put in the back of the truck. And here's the outline for those. And just stamp it right there. And we're going to do the truck the same color, the mossy meadow, so I don't have to clean that off. It's good. Get that all inked up, and then we're going to stamp some color onto this truck. And I'm done with the mossy meadow, so we'll put that away. And the presents, we're going to use boho blue. Move that over there so I don't lose that. And it doesn't color the whole presents in, it just colors part of it. And I want to make sure I got that lined up good. And I'm going to grab my Lemon Lolly Stampin' Blend, and I'm going to fill in the rest of the color on those presents. Alright, close up our ink pad here. And we're going to grab our basic black again to do the tires of the truck. And the steering wheel. And dark smoky slate. Okay, and now we can do our fussy cutting. Let me grab my scissors. And we're going to cut out the truck first. And put that away so I can get some room here. Alright. We're getting there. See, it doesn't take real long time to fussy cut the truck out because it's no complicated lines or anything. They're all straight line pretty much. It's not real intricate. That's what the word I was trying to find. Sometimes words are hard. Okay. I'm going to cut this away a little bit. And cut out the present. We had our water company out here this morning. They're trying to find a real bad leak. It wasn't on our side. It was some of theirs. I don't know if they ever found it. Well, they had a bunch of trucks out here. I think it had everybody from the place out here working on it. All right, I'll leave that like that. Get rid of our garbage here. All right, and then I'm going to glue these two together. Well, first off, I'm going to stamp our little tire marks. Did I get that out? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. No, guess I didn't. It's this one here. We're going to put a road underneath this truck so it's not floating in the air. My stomach's growling. I don't know if you heard that or not. And there we go. And we're going to use the gray granite to do our road. And I'm going to put the scrap paper back underneath me again, so I might be running off the side here a little bit. Get that inked up, and we're going to stamp this a few times to give them some ground underneath them. And all right, that looks pretty good. And at the smoky slate's what I used for the road. I thought it was gray granite, but it's smoky slate. All right, now we can attach that to our green circle, our mossy meadow. And put that in the center of that one. And we're going to attach that to our card front. And I'm not going to use dimensionals on the back of this. I'm just going to glue it directly down so the mailman will like it better. They don't like all the bulk that we put on our cards, but we do. Alright, and then we're going to attach our presents to the back of the truck. So we're going to put some glue on the bottom of them. And put them in the back of the truck. He's hauling a bunch of presents. And now we can put some glue on the back of the truck and the presents and attach that to our card front. And we're going to place them on top of that road that we made, just below the sentiment there. All right. So we're going to add a little bit of bling. We're going to use the classic matte dots. This is black and gray and kind of a beige color, and then a white. I'm going to be using the beige colored ones. And as soon as I find my take your pick tool again, there it is. I'm going to use the putty end to grab some of the dots off of there. And I'm going to place 3 at this upper portion. Oh gosh, my stomach is growling like crazy. And I need to move that one down a little bit. And got a little bit of putty on that one. Get off of there. There. And then 2 more at the bottom corner. I'm going to have those going up and down instead of horizontal. Let's see if those still looks like that could be moved a little bit more. It's just not looking right to me for some reason. I guess that's good. Alright, so here's the front of our card. Special delivery. And on the inside, we've got our very vanilla, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then a little strip of that designer series paper, this one. And that's 1/8 inch by 5 1/4 inches. So we're just going to add some glue to that. Laying it on my silicone mat because it's so skinny and hard to hang on to, so I don't want glue all over myself and my table. So we're going to pick that up very carefully, maybe, and place that along this edge. Goodness, my stomach sounds like an old bear in there. I guess all I had for lunch was just some cantaloupe, and I skipped breakfast too, so I guess it's really yelling at me today. Alright, so we're going to trim off that, turn it over and snip off the excess there, and then it's going to go, we're going to stamp our sentiment on the inside. And I said that was going to be something great to celebrate you. And that came from our stamp set Zany Zoo. Another cute set. And we'll just stamp that kind of off to the right side a little bit. And now we can attach that to the inside of our card. And I think I'm pretty well on time today. I try to get most of the die cutting done ahead of time, but sometimes you just can't. You got to do it on camera, so. Alright, so there's our third card. It says special delivery and something great to celebrate you. Alright, so our 3 cards today. I hope you enjoyed them. They were all from the same stamp set, so it was something different. I kind of kept the same theme all the way through. And I'm trying to see how I can place these so you'll be able to see everything. And my lighting is so bad. So we've got 2 that are special delivery and then 1 that's sending you sunny thoughts. So I hope you enjoyed the cards today, and be sure that you like and share the video. And if you're watching it on YouTube later today, be sure you hit that subscribe button. And click that little bell also. That'll be give you notifications when I post new ones. And next week will be July 26th, 2023. And I'll be back then, and it'll be 1 o'clock Central Time. But we're going to do Christmas in July, so I'm going to do 3 cards that are Christmas. So I know some people have been doing the whole month of Christmas in July, but I didn't want to do that, so I'm just going to do the one time. So it'll be Christmas in July, Facebook Live, Creating Cards with Debbie, and at 1 o'clock Central Time. Same station, same channel, like they say. So I want to thank you for being here today, and be sure you like and share, and tell your friends about me. Have them come join us. So for today, I'm going to say goodbye. And again, I apologize for the technical problems. Hopefully next time we don't have the same problems. But some days are just like that. So until next week, have a good rest of the week. Bye-bye.